Christy Wright now joins me here on the live stream stage. Christy, how are you?
I'm good. Glad to be here. Love Entre events.
Yes, they're a lot of fun. These people are plugged in, that are around. They're all around us right now. Are you ready for some questions? We got some good ones.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, this one comes from Thomas in China. How cool is that? We've gone international.
Welcome,
Love
Thomas.
our international Entre leaders. And he asks, what is the best way to build and maintain a team, keeping them engaged and not wanting to quit?
Yeah, this is a big question, right? Like, we're not asking one thing here. We're talking about building a team, maintaining a team, and also we're even talking about motivation, right? Which is actually what I'm talking about later on this afternoon. And that's the number one pain point of leaders. How do I motivate my team? How do I build a motivated team? How do I keep them locked in? And I would say one of the most important things that I think leaders miss is casting the vision. So when you're talking about the future, where we're going, why we're going there, some of these big picture things, it's easy to get stuck in the day-to-day tactics. We got to do this, we've got to meet this deadline, we've got to hit this sales goal. But sometimes if people don't understand why, then they're not really motivated and they're not as plugged in. But if you can step back and cast a vision of here's our big dream, here's why we exist, here's what we're about, here's who we are, those are motivating things for people. And then they understand we need to do this today and hit these sales today to get us there. And so if leaders could stop, slow down for just a second and realize that it's on them as the leader of the organization to cast the vision and to share the why, then it will rally their entire team around something bigger than just the day-to-day operations.
That is so true. And even at Ramsey Solutions, our leadership team and Dave, our mantra this year is why we work. And they're constantly reminding us of why we're doing this. And so we share stories of our fans and how they're winning, and that really gets the team motivated. There's an energy I haven't even seen before in my 6 years there.
Totally, and I would also add to that, and we do this really well, motivation is not a one-time thing. It's not like motivate them when they get in the door and then you're done. It's like Zig Ziglar says, people say motivation doesn't last, well neither does bathing, that's why we recommend it daily. So this is a daily thing where you're plugging your team in, you're talking about why you work, you're talking about where you're going, and it's that ongoing habit of keeping them motivated. Now, they're going to be self-motivated because you're hiring motivated people, but it's on you as the leader to keep that fuel on the fire.
That's so good. All right, let's move on to Jennifer in North Carolina. She asks, when leading your team from a remote position, online, for example, what are some ways to motivate your team when the in-person experience is removed?
Yeah, this is a challenge, and it's very real in our digital age, where you have a lot of organizations that are online only. And I work with a lot of women in Business Boutique that run online-based businesses. So here's what I would say, a good word to really focus on, and that's connection. Because connection builds unity. Connection improves communication. Connection is motivating for people when you feel connected to your team, and you can be connected even if you're not in person. You can have shared experiences, shared stories, again, share the why and the vision, create moments, even if they're moments online, like, hey, we're all gonna celebrate something today, everyone's gonna go, out to lunch on their own or with a friend or take a client out, like just create these little milestones and experiences that you create a culture and unity where people are experiencing connection even if they are physically disconnected. So just work on connection. I think that's the key.
Yeah, that's huge. And we actually have friends at Belay, B-E-L-A-Y, and they're helping people all over the country build that remote culture and helping with virtual assistants, all that stuff. It's a whole new world we live in, and they're doing amazing things, so definitely check them out as well.
Yes.
Okay, this one comes from Clarissa in California. I'm starting a second career. I've always worked for someone else, and now it's just me. How do I stay focused, on task, energized, and making the right connections while changing my old employee mentality?
Okay, this is good. I love that she even highlighted that I have this old employee mentality, because the first step to getting rid of it is just being aware you have it. So that's great. That's already good. I would say the fact that Clarissa is here is a good sign that she's on the right track, because the number one thing that you can do to grow yourself is invest in yourself. Come to events like EntreLeadership, join All Access, listen to EntreLeadership podcast, the Business Boutique podcast, other podcasts of leaders that you admire. Because if it's just you, if you're a solopreneur or you are the only person in your organization at this stage, even before you've hired team members, then you are the lid on your organization, and it's not going to grow beyond you. So you have to invest in yourself. If you want to do something different, you've got to invest in yourself to learn something different, meet new people, do new things. And so just continually investing in yourself, I think, is the best way to stay focused and get rid of that old employee mentality.
That's so good. Well, before you go, Christy, I want to mention Business Boutique.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's some crossover between some of the Entre leaders out there and the Business Boutique folks. Have you met anyone today that's in that realm?
Yeah, it's really fun because we're all about helping people grow their businesses. So whether you have the EntreLeadership experience or the Business Boutique experience or both, and we have a lot of people do both, it's been really fun to watch that. I did this morning a breakfast for our VIP attendees here on site, and a woman walked up to me. Her name was Sarah, and she said, Christy, I just got to tell you, I got your new goal planner, which is a new thing we put out this year. And she said, I set my goals in January, and I've already marked off one of my goals this early into the year. So I gave her a high five, and it was just fun to see when you get intentional about your goals, your business, your life, then you're going to see those results, and you're going to get to celebrate that. So it was fun to celebrate Sarah, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people here in person and watching online that are getting to experience the results of just being intentional in those things.
Yes, that is so good. Well, Christy, thanks for hanging out with us today. Appreciate you being here.